twice the horsepower. So this is the R-spec model, and this is beyond what you drove. It's essentially the same car, but everything's better.
You guys, I am here in Las Vegas for the season finale of Nitrocross, and I am so stoked to be here because I haven't been at a Rallycross event since I was competing in 2016. So I'm stoked to be here, and I'm even more stoked because today I get to do a few laps on the Nitrocross track in the brand new Sierra ECHO R-spec, which is completely different than the Sierra ECHO base model that I drove in my first ever rally event. So I'm really stoked to be here, and I'll show you guys the map. I am so pumped to head back to Pikes Peak International Raceway May 25th for Slush Fest. I'm going to be driving the competition C6 Corvette. I'll see you there. Oh, we have a familiar face here this weekend. It's Cole. I've seen you 2 weeks in a row now.
I know,
what's happening? I feel like I'm becoming a Sierra girl.
Yeah,
it's
I know,
just happening.
as you should. The car has that effect on people.
So this one, however, is going to be completely different than what I drove in Texas, right?
Yeah,
so
certainly.
almost twice the horsepower.
Yep, twice the horsepower. So this is the R-spec model, and this is beyond what you drove. It's essentially the same car, but everything's better. More power, better shocks. We still have the same tires, but what you're going to experience here is a lot of asphalt, a lot of varying in surface, and then hard packed dirt versus kind of the gravel. I'm anxious to get your feedback, both on the car and this awesome course.
The power, though, is something that I can't even imagine right now, because driving the base model Sierra ECHO, my mind was blown. And yes, I was on gravel and dirt, but like imagining twice the horsepower and over twice the amount of torque.
Yeah, you're going to have to be real gentle on that right foot. So I bet you spend 90% of the lap sideways, which is the way it's meant to be driven.
Sick. And we're here at Nitrocross for the season finale, and this will be my very first time back on a Rallycross course since 2016. So I'm really stoked to be out there. Thank you again for the opportunity, and now we're going to take a look at the car. Alright, we just finished up the car run through, and now we're about to get out on track for a track walk, which is going to be extra important for me because I haven't done any laps on the track yet. The other people driving the car are actually competing in other series. They had practice yesterday, so I really need to pay attention, focus hard in the track walk, really pick out points, because I'm gonna have 4 laps to try and put my fastest lap down and have a ton of fun in the Sierra R-spec. So I just want to do it as good as possible, and this track is pretty wild. It's actually mostly asphalt, which is cool, kind of more like old school Rallycross days, and there's still quite a few dirt corners, and we will be doing one jump. So we're not going to be hitting the gap jump. We're going to be taking the exit that goes underneath the gap jump, but we do have one jump that is going to be pretty sweet right in front of like the main viewing area.
You're going to catch air coming over this, like, absolutely. So my suggestion is initially check up a little bit before you go over it, and if you're feeling good, send it.
How do you think the car will be over these rumble strips?
I would avoid them. Yeah, avoid them. Like, we can hit it, but it's not going to be faster. I think a tidy line, minimum slip angle. It's very easy for the Sierra to want to slide because it has so much power and it's real lightweight. So minimize your slip angle, especially if the asphalt is really tight. You press the turtle and the hare. So Echo is just the base mode. Then we have sport, competition, and then back to attack. So are as follows. Echo is just the regular base drive mode. Sport is the next power level. The next power level after that is competition. And the top level is attack. Attack.
I love it.
So we're out here doing time attack. So these cars do have power steering and it is adjustable. So we have a little knob right here. Based off previous conversations, you're going to run at about 20-25% of power on. That's going to be really good heavy for feedback. It's loose on the asphalt and a little pushy on the dirt. So you know what to expect on the dirt. So just take it easy on throttle application on the asphalt. Maybe a little looser than you may think. Okay.
if I was going to spin out, you know?
Funny thing about drivers, they forget how to count laps when they're having fun.
Well, no, you said they were going to throw the checkered.
They were supposed to throw a checkered, so nothing that you did. You were in full attack mode, which is what we wanted.
Oh, that was awesome. I feel like there was definitely a lot of ground on the asphalt.
Losing ground.
I feel like I just was a little overly cautious on the asphalt side of it, but I mean, this thing,
it looked really tidy.
It felt really intuitive.
Yeah, good.
Like, yeah, it wasn't, before driving on the gravel, it had a lot of the push.
Yeah.
And this, it will just oversteer you on throttle like to the perfect angle, and if you just let it set and get out, it felt great.
No, it was beautiful to watch. You're really tidy and really patient. So I don't think you could have gone much faster on the asphalt. It looked really, really quick. So you're just used to being sideways at high speed. So I think you're just comfortable in that space.
Just stopped back in, had my very first laps in the R-spec and very first laps on the Nitrocross track. I was really, really blown away and very surprised because I feel like my plan going into it, I was expecting the dirt to be the loosest, especially on these tires, and it was actually the grippiest.
Yeah.
So I feel like I was pushing it pretty hard, close to max on the actual pavement.
Yep.
But then in the dirt, I feel like there was a lot of room for improvement there. And in that back corner, I've never been to that side of the track, so I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm gonna keep pushing it. But overall, I mean, the car feels amazing. You know, it really doesn't do anything weird, which I appreciate.
Very, very predictable.
Yeah.
It's such a compromise between the dirt and the asphalt. How do you perfect that setup? And it's not going to be perfect on any one surface, but it's pretty darn good between the two surfaces and transitionally. So you adapted really quickly. You were going faster every single lap. So you did a great job out there, and the speed was very good. So you did great for never seeing that part of the track before. That's for sure.
I felt like I was back on the rally again. You know, just no co-driver, just going for it. But no, I think that the power delivery felt great. You guys did change something with the throttle
input. We softened the throttle a little bit. It was hitting a little bit strong, which made it more difficult to balance on the asphalt.
Yeah.
As you described, the asphalt's really slippery because it's so covered in dirt, and the tires can't dig in like they can the dirt. So the grip level really changes quite a bit. But you adapted quite well.
I did have a little spin out at the end, but I had a feeling it was my last lap anyway, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do some donut testing real quick. So good, check box, really good for donuts. And I will say, I feel like between last weekend at the rally in the base model Echo, and then here in the Echo R-spec, I'm a driver that works my way up. I'm very analytical and technical, and I take a little longer to get there. I need laps. But going into the rally, I found myself pushing so much harder than I normally would in this chassis. The car just doesn't do anything weird. It's very driver inspiring, and for me, that says a lot that I would push it the way that I did. Yeah. Especially, look at this photo here. The photo's gonna pop up of it almost all the way sideways, and I was fine. I was just really awesome for me to experience. And then same here out on the Nitrocross track, I found myself pushing it early on, even not being comfortable yet with the car or the track, and that just is all credit to how this is set up and the power delivery and the entire package, because I'm normally someone that would take a lot longer to get to the point that I did within 3 laps. So
especially with all those concrete walls, they're very daunting. Yeah, it's hectic out there. So this is one of the sketchiest surfaces you can go out and race on, and you were right near the limit just a couple laps, so you look very comfortable.
Well, I had a blast. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and good car.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
The one thing that I have not talked about is that I have been rocking the brand new unreleased Stilo Venti WRX helmet. This honestly is by far my favorite helmet I've ever used. This is coming out and available very, very soon, but it has so much more visibility. And this is actually taken from their Rally helmet. So if you look right here, it looks just like the Rally helmet, but it's mirrored on the other side. So it's technically a proper and approved full face helmet with way more visibility. It looks so mean and menacing, and I'm so excited to rock it and keep putting it to the test.